Now, dearest friends, what kind of effects are seen due to the oxidation reaction in our life, everyday life? Means one can be the corrosion of metals, and next B can be the rancidity of the food. Means this occurs, corrosion of metals occur due to the oxidation reactions. Similarly, rancidity of the food also occurs due to the oxidation reactions. Now, let us discuss what is meaning of corrosion of metals. Mean by corrosion means the process in which metals are eaten up gradually by the action of the air or maybe the moisture or chemicals like acids on their surfaces is called corrosion of metals. Means simply you have to understand, corrosion of metal means the gradual process or the slow process of eating up the metal surface day by day due to the actions of the moist air. Means moisture means water molecules and air means you can understand oxygen. So, these two help the metal surface to weaken day by day gradually, forming the some kind of the weak layer on their surfaces. Now, corrosion of the iron metals is nearly you can see generally in iron metal you can see rust, जंग लग जाता है उसके surface में. When iron materials or the iron tools are exposed in a open atmosphere, is when they come in a contact with the moisture, then rusting process is start. So here corrosion of iron metal is said to be rusting. Means when iron is allowed to react with the oxygen and water molecules, means the moistures, then rust is formed. Here you can see Fe2O3 means ferric oxides layer deposit on that iron tools or the iron devices, and it is brown in color, brownish in color. Now, this is known as the rust. The process of forming rust due to the corrosion of the iron metals on the iron surface is known as rusting. So, here is reactions means when iron Fe means iron ferrum react with the oxygens, then oxygen and the moisture, then rust is formed. So, slowly gradually the iron surface becomes or the iron tools becomes weaker and weaker day by day. Now, how can we avoid the corrosion of metals? Means how can we make our metal safe from unnecessary or unwanted rusting or unwanted corrosions or the unwanted oxidations? Simply you have to do by welding or the greasing. You might have seen some kind of the parts of the vehicles are stored in the plastic material, but before storing the plastic or the maybe the polythene materials, they are welded and greased properly. Now, welding and greasing does avoid the unnecessary moisture and the oxygen. If there is no oxygen, no moisture, then definitely there is no possibility of the corrosion or rusting of that particular metal. You may have the painting or a thick enamel painting over the ironic tools or the metallic tools, and these surfaces, this paint exactly prevent that the metal tools to come directly in contact with the oxygen or the moisture. Means it avoid the direct contact of the oxygen and the moisture of the metal surfaces. Means you can paint your metallic device, metallic tools to prevent unnecessary or unwanted corrosions, so that you can use the tools or the devices for longer days or the longer period of the time. Next, number C, by galvanizing. Galvanizing is the process in which iron materials are coated with the zinc. Means ironic material are coated with the zinc material and it appears to in a white, silvery white in color. Now, this zinc to some extent it prevents the unnecessary rusting of the iron. So, you may galvanize the ironic tools. In this day, galvanized iron pipe are used in several means in a plumbing purpose or in a maybe the pump purpose or while drilling the hole to the underground water surface. It is better, it is suggested to use the galvanized iron pipe, so that it can have a long period or it will last for a longer time. Now, number D, by making the alloys. Now, what is meaning of alloys? I think we have already discussed in the class 9 or maybe the earlier classes. Alloys is the process in which exactly the homogeneous mixture of two or more than two metals in their molten state. Means if you want to form or just prepare alloy, what you should do? You have to melt the two or more than two metals in some required proportions that you want, and you mix it of them properly, means homogeneously, and whatever you get after cooling down of that mixture, that is known as alloy. Means when you make the alloys of the different metals, and when you use that alloy as your to make your devices or the tools, then to some extent this alloys prevent the rusting or the corrosions, and hence it can last for a longer period of time. You might have seen alloy bike wheels, alloy car wheels in this day rather than the olden days, because they were using the ironic wheels, which was easily rusted and corroded in a very less period of time. So, by making alloys also we can prevent the unnecessary corrosion or unnecessary rusting of any metals. So, I think up to here I think you might have been clear. Now, next topic is about the range rigidity.